What is up, guys? So, welcome to the second episode of Ubuntu Chad. Let's go. Okay, so let's check the little fetcherino real quick. Oop, I got the caps lock on. Actually, you know what? Let's fix that real quick. Sudo apt install gnome-tweaks. We need to swap the caps lock and escape keys, so I'll show you that real quick. It's a pretty simple little situation here. You know, we got a quick little install. So if we go here to the tweaks, what is it? You go to keyboard, and additional layout options is going to pop this thing out. You go up to caps lock behavior. It's the second one, right? And then right at the bottom, swap, escape, and caps lock. And that's going to help you out with a lot of situations. I'm a big fan of it. So there you go. I got my caps lock and escape swapped now. We're good to go. Alright, let's get a little update. Oop, I spelt it wrong. Alright, so I'll go over a couple things that I've done. So we go here to bottles. Oop. I got bottles installed, very easy. I use Flatpak. So the command would be Flatpak install bottles. And then right here we got a good old FL Studio. And the trick to getting FL Studio to work properly, like I mentioned this in a video before, you want to go to the settings, and then you scroll down to Windows version, and you set it to XP. And the reason why you do that is because if you have any of the other ones, when it goes to do the context menus, like when you click into like, you know, your preferences and other things, the animations will actually crash it. So if you run it under XP, it runs pretty good. Let's see, if we go here, we'll just show like that it actually works. Little FL Studio Reno. I wouldn't say it's my preferred DAW for writing music, but it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good. I haven't logged into my account yet because I've just been too busy with other things. I haven't gotten to this, but yeah, everything works. You know, if you can hear. Yeah. And there you go. FL Studio up and running. Runs way better on Debian than it does. Uh-oh. Oh, it's telling me to buy it. Don't worry, dude. I already got a license. Anyway, it runs way better on Debian than it does on, whatchamacallit, on Arch. Alright. Get the little upgrade. This should be fine. And a couple other things I added. You know, we got caffeine, handbrake. This is for converting video formats. You know, Kden Live. I did Kitty. Actually, I think I showed Kitty. Furnace. This is like another thing for writing music. This is pretty cool, actually, because you can set it to any of the old, like, retro sound chips. So, like, you know, like NES, SNES, Sega Genesis. You can do old school computer stuff like Commodore, Amiga, ZX Spectrum. Basically, any sort of old school retro gaming console or computer, you can run it inside here. It's pretty sweet. You write your little music, you know, you click in here. And yeah. So there's that. Furnace, very cool. Well, if you're like a music writing type of person, it's nice. I got PolyMC installed. This is like a Minecraft launcher. It has like a bunch of mods and stuff. Obviously, got like my VPN. You got like Proton tricks, other things to help out Steam and to do a little gaming. We got Vesttop for Discord. What else? Virt Manager. We got Virt Manager set up, so if I want to do some like virtual machine stuff, that's very good. And then the other thing I did was I set up Ollama, which actually here, let's show. Let me think. We'll just search it. So yeah, Ollama right here, very easy install. You click here where it says download, and then you just copy this curl command. You put that into your terminal, right? And then it'll do a bunch of stuff, and then you write Ollama, and then run, and then whichever LLM you want to use. So right now I only have Code Llama. And when you run this command the first time, it'll actually go and it'll download the LLM. Like this one's like, I think like 7 or 8 gigs or something like that. And then after that, it'll start itself up and you can start asking questions. There is an option, obviously, to like have an actual UI for this and that. But honestly, that's like a lot of extra time and effort. And I much prefer to look at things inside of the terminal. Like I know that no matter what machine I'm on, no matter what distro, what operating system, if I'm running a terminal, like it's always going to look the same. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I'm not doing that. I just prefer it in the terminal, like, ask it a little question. What is a bash RC? Pretty nice. Runs pretty decently fast, as you can tell. Like I don't even have that great of a GPU. This is a NVIDIA 1660 Super. It's like pretty old, and it's still, as you can tell, it's cranking it out pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Yeah, not too shabby. So one thing I want to get into is I swapped my config over and I copied Ranger. Wait, I think it's /by. What is it? /by, right? Yeah, there you go. I copied my configs over and then I kind of thought about it and I was like, it would be really cool if I just kind of ran through it just so like everybody knows the things. You know what I mean? The things you got to do to get it up and running good. So we're actually going to reinstall because I deleted it. I uninstalled it and I deleted the config so we could like just go through the whole process together. So sudo apt install Ranger, right? And that should, it's going to be pretty quick. So when you use Ranger, when you first start out, right, it looks like this. It's not that interesting, the blue color code thing is like pretty lame. So what you got to do is generate a config for it. And there's actually a command for it. It would be like ranger -- config - all, I believe, right? Ranger, wait. We'll look in the man page. So man ranger. Okay, personal arguments, blah, blah, blah. We're just looking for the command. Version. Previews. iTurn keys. Blah, 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 selection. Actually, I might have to Google search. Let's, let's go over here. So it would be like ranger config command. I should probably know this one by heart, but I just don't. What is it? Ranger. We'll go generate. And obviously, when you're figuring out stuff for yourself, this is kind of how you do it. I already know it, kind of, so I'm just skimming for the command, but the command is actually in here. I just saw it. Create account to read the full story. You know what, dude? Look, right here. This is it. Ranger -- copy config all. So yeah, this is what you need. So we go in here. We're going to paste that right in there. And yeah, so right there, that generates your config. And it gives you some stuff. It gives you rifle. What rifle does is that's kind of like, it lists off like your external stuff. So like if you're opening pictures in a certain picture viewer or like editor, actually we could just we'll just go in and look. This is a learning thing, right? So about ls, you'll see. So if we go nvim rifle.conf, oop, spell it right, dude. All right, we come in here. There's like basically just like one or two things you got to change. Wait, if we go editor, right here, you see it's like visual, this sort of stuff, editor, text files, the first action. I'm pretty sure since I don't have anything but nvim installed, it'll just open it in nvim. Yo, this is based. I didn't even notice this right here. This allows you to open ROM files in the appropriate, you know, you got ZNS and SNS9X and FCUX, you know. These are like emulators. That's actually pretty cool. MPV, you know, you can set like, you know, where your audio's going, where your video's going. We'll talk about the video here in a second. But yeah, so if you needed to edit any of those, I'm pretty sure though, if I go into Ranger and I let's see, let's like go to scripts, right? If I go to here, yeah, see, it's just opening in nvim, so I don't have to worry about it. But sometimes you'll have like nano pre-installed, and you want to go in and switch it over to that. So the next part is we need to go to like the main config. Let's go like that. Let's go nvim. And what the main config is rc.conf, right? And there's a few things we got to set in here. I'm just gonna kind of scroll down and explain some stuff. So if you wanted Ranger to open and show hidden files, you can change this to true. Personally, myself, I don't do that only because I like it looking a little neat and tidy, like when I open it, like, cause yeah, let's open in the Ranger. You see how tidy that is, but then if you go like this, like you have all these dot files. Yeah, I kind of just like, I don't know. I don't need all that busyness, so I leave those hidden. Let's see. What is it? Set use preview script. If this is set to false, you want to set this to true. Right? Set open all images true. You know, you just want to go through this and double check it because sometimes it's different. So right down here, the image preview method, this is going to be important. So depending on like what you're using, you're going to pick, you know, your thing. Me, I'm going to be using Kitty. So Kitty has like a built-in sort of situation. I also have W3M installed, so technically this should work. Actually, let me see. Let's check. Oh wait, it's not going to show it because I don't have the script. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to set this to Kitty. But if you're using these other things, like you can install W3M or Uberzug or, you know, one of these other things. If you're using a URXVT or terminology, you know, there's options for that. But right here, we're just going to do Kitty. Oop, let's exit out of there. We'll do an insert mode. Right? Kitty. And then we're going to do some stuff to the color scheme, right? So obviously this blue and stuff, like I don't really care for it. I'm like a high contrast black and white kind of guy. So we're going to change this to snow. And you know, you can kind of set like, you see this preview files on the rightmost column and collapse and blah, 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 last column. You know, you could set where your previews show up right here. Another thing I'm going to change right here is it says set status bar on top. So the status bar is going to be this little bad boy down here. So we're going to put that to true. So it goes to the top, right? Oop. And then, let's see. So you can have it draw progress bars or not draw progress bars. I highly suggest that you do use project bars or whatever, blah, blah, blah. This is another part that I'm going to do right here. It says draw borders around columns. So you can do separators, outlines, both, or none. Right now, the way this is set up is none. I'm just going to use the outlines. I think just the regular old outline is good enough. Well, actually, we're going to set this to both, and I'll just kind of show you what it looks like. Both. Right, quit. Right, so let's open it up again. So if you have both, as you can see, it cuts it up into boxes. Now, I don't really care so much for that, so we're going to do, let me just jump to where I was. We're going to do outline, because I just feel like it looks a little classier. Outline, right? We'll just stay inside it. So now, if I close this and reopen it, it should show this. And this is how I like to have it set up. Very nice. And that's pretty much all of it. Let's quit. So the next thing you need to do is if you look in this file, you see how there's scope.sh. You want to make sure you chmod that. I'm just going to do it just to show you guys what the command is. That's what you would type. But technically it's already done. As you can see, it's in green. So yeah. And then what that does is that basically makes it so like I can actually go into the pictures now and get a... Oh wait, my preview's not working. Alright, we're going to do it the other way. So what I'm going to do, /kitty, right? We're going to come down here, and I'm going to just change it to this UBUNTU thing, because I already have that installed, and that's what was working before, so I'm just going to do that. But you could use Kitty, you could use UBUNTU. I don't know exactly why Kitty isn't working, right? But I guess that's not important, because everybody's setup's going to be different, so you're going to be using different stuff for this anyway. Alright, we'll do that. We'll do a little write and quit. And let's see, we should have image previews now. Oh, hey, I know something, I typed something wrong in there, that's why it, oh shit. You gotta fix it. Alright, what did I do wrong here? UBUNTU. Right? This should be working fine, right? Why is it dying? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why is it dying? I know I typed something weird. Hold on, we'll cut back in a second. Alright, so I regenerated the file with that command, and then I just reset everything, because I don't know, I couldn't tell you where the typo was. But yeah, now it works. So if I go over here, you know, we go here, we get the preview. Little dank boy preview. You know, I go in my wallpapers, I can go around, I can look at the wallpapers. So that's something like, I don't know, if you use Ranger, like, you obviously need to have this set up. So yeah, there's that. Another thing I like to do, just to help Ranger out. So if I cd to my configs, and then we go to MPV, which is my video player, right? I go ls, we got mpv.conf. I'm going to nvim mpv.conf, right? And if we go in here, you see I just have full screen yes. There's other options you can put in here, but in reality, the reason why I do that is so when I'm in Ranger, and let's say I go to like videos, right? I can just go boom, and
what is up, guys?
Well, it's not going to show up. It showed up on the other screen, but yeah, it'll just automatically.
What is up, guys?
Open it. So yeah, that's a really cool situation. I like that a lot. Yeah. So what else did we do to the machine to make it cooler? I talked about Ollama, I talked about Vert Manager, bottles, showed the Ranger config, Steam Ski. Oh yeah, so I did install Cinnamon. We'll give you guys a quick look at that. Alright, so I've logged into Cinnamon. As you can see, I have it all customized. It's super, super tight. You know, you got all your things. I can go here, you got your little start manager, which is just on the super button. And yeah, that pops up. It's like a app launcher, and you get to see everything that's going on. I want to open Kitty, bong, I got Kitty, you know what I mean? Like, there you go. We can do a little Neo Fetcherino, and we got thing. Oh yeah, I did set up my custom fetch too, which that's really easy. So if you see in my bash rc file, I have an alias set up for neofetch, and then it pushes this command. So neofetch dash dash kitty dash dash source, and then the source of the picture, or the path to the picture. And if you look up in the kitty documentation, let's see, kitty neofetch image. Do a quick little look. Picture in neofetch configure. I think this might be it. Okay, so this shows it right here, I believe. Terminal emulator capability with images. You know, GNOME terminal. It tells you the things. If I go into what is it? I think it's like what is it? Man neofetch. If I'm gonna look for, let me think of what I want to look for. Image. Alright, so image backend right here. This is how you're going to change that. And obviously you got a lot of options here for what it wants to do, whether it be ASCII or, you know, TyCat, Turnpix, you know, all this. Probably the more popular ones you're going to see is W3M situation, you know, you're going to see the ASCII stuff, the Kaka, and Kitty. So yeah, I just have mine set to Kitty. It works really good. You know, I get a really cool neofetch out of it. Yeah, because I use my artwork there. Very nice. I guess if you could call it artwork. Alright, what else? What else? So yeah, we got Cinnamon set up. The only thing I really need to talk about here, like that would help anybody with Cinnamon, is the actual start menu. So this isn't the normal one that you get. So if I go, what is it? What is it? Applets, right? Applets. If you look, Cinnamon menu. This is the one I'm using. If you go over here to download, this is where you find it. You type in Cinnamon menu. And then if you go into the config, there's a bunch of ways that you could set this up. You go to configure. I have basically everything turned off. I have my behavior set to left super. You know, all the search term stuff is in there. You know, appearance, I did the custom icon. Yeah, take the name out of it. You can alter these too. Like, let's say this is too small for like what you want to look at. You can make all your icons bigger, have the grid size show up differently. Very nice, very nice. And I don't know, there's not really a ton about Cinnamon. I add this applet just so I can log in, log out, because for whatever reason, if I try to log out like this, it just doesn't do it. Log out user. Yeah, it's just search and start page for something. So yeah, we got the Cinnamon up and going. You know, I just didn't feel like it was worth it for me to record this, because honestly, dude, like, there really isn't any quirks to this. It's all right in here. Oop, that's not it. Yeah, it's all right here. I mean, if you can't figure this out, like extensions, I'm using the transparent panel, so that shows up transparent. I have my panel on auto hide, obviously. Yeah, I got all the keystrokes set up. Window tiling, I just got the snapping thing. There's no real tiling. Let's be real, there's no real tiling. Startup applications, you know, all the normal stuff. Yeah. That's Cinnamon. Pretty straightforward. Alright, let's go back to GNOME. We're going to go back to GNOME real quick. Alright, so now that I showed Cinnamon, actually, as a side note, I should say, I'm going to be installing a bunch of different desktops on here, so don't think Cinnamon and GNOME are going to be the only ones. Actually, we should probably look into what it's going to take to get Cosmic Desktop on here, because I already got Wayland installed, so I might as well, you know what I mean? Install Cosmic Desktop Ubuntu. Ooh, what's going on here? We got a little lag on the internet. It's probably because of the VPN, huh? Yeah, install Pop! OS, GNOME Shell, Cosmic Epoch. I'm just wondering if if there's any like prerequisites. Oh my god, this is a YouTube video. No, get out of here. I wasn't trying to click on a video. Kind of sucks because sometimes when there's new stuff out, like you only ever really see the videos, and I'd much rather read articles, and then if I don't understand it, then watch the video. You know what I mean? Why is this? Let's just click here. We'll click on the GitHub. That's probably smart, right? Go right to the source. Requirements, pop theme, GNOME Shell, pop shell. Oh wait, this is something different. This is not what I'm looking at. Not what I want. Cosmic does. We'll just type alpha up here. What is this? Steps to install on regular Ubuntu. Wait, they say something about update NVIDIA drivers. Alright, this is where I get a little bit sketched out, right? So, in the past, I know we're in 2024 now, but in the past, when I've gone to update NVIDIA drivers, they've completely broken on me, and then I just have to reinstall. And then the first time that happens to you, and you get like an 840 by, the 860 by 640 screen or whatever, like you kind of shit your pants a little. You get a little like, oh man, what did I do? Real easy. Like if that happens, you do like, what is it? Control Alt F2 or something like that, or F. Am I still recording? Oh shit! Look at that. I don't know. It'll bring you into the TTY, and then you can fix it from there. This is like a really bad explanation. This is not the article I'm looking for. Let's see. I'm wondering if it's just Cosmic Session. I'm just scrolling to look for commands. Da 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 da. That's really pretty incredible. Blah 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 blah. What are they not telling you how to install it? I just need the name of the package, dude. Like, come on. We're gonna experiment. How about we do this? This is gonna take forever too, so I'm gonna probably cut away. Sudo apt install cosmic session. I believe this is what works, right? Ooh, maybe not. Maybe just cosmic? No. Huh. Very interesting. Ooh. Right here, like, tell me this has is this the right one? This looks like the right one. Let's see the package, Pop OS. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this right here, because this looks like right. Alright, let's start copy and pasting stuff into a terminal. So yeah, we're going to get this first command real quick. Yes, there we go. Wait, they can be installed all at once with... Oh my goodness, I could have just... Whatever, we'll do both commands. Not a big deal. We'll copy this one too. Might as well just open another terminal. It's gonna give me the deb lock, but I'll just let it sit there and do its thing until the other one's done installing. You gotta do the cooking by the book, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's look at what else we need. So we gotta git clone this. Alright, we're just copy that. And then this is gonna compile, and it's gonna take absolutely fucking forever. Okay, so I gotta take Pop Launcher out of here, because apparently it's not in there. Let's see how many other things aren't in here. Oh, looks like that worked. Alright, we're gonna let this do its thing, and then we'll do the other thing. Very nice. Alright, we can paste this command in here. Have it do all the cool things. I can hit the bowl real quick. Dude, I had a rough night, dude. You want to talk about Friday nights in the restaurant industry? Dude, I'm telling you. It's like insane. Insane. And like the problem is too with a lot of this is people are so incompetent nowadays. And I'm not just talking about people I work with, but just like everybody. Like you have people that'll come in and they go to order and they don't even know what the hell they want to order. It's like, bro, you had all day to think about it. You know what I mean? Like, you want some pasta or something, you know? Like, come on. So yeah, this is how I'm decompressing. That's why probably at the beginning of the video I'm gonna sound all uptight and like really fast. I'm still decompressing, dude. You know what I mean? It was a long day. Alright, we're gonna pause this and we'll come back when it's done compiling. Alright, well we're back and the install failed. Yeah, basically it's shooting out these errors that are like unstable library feature. Things like this. This might not work. This is something I'm going to have to tinker with off camera. Cosmic lazy line. Yeah. Bracket. Like, yeah, I really don't know. We're gonna have to revisit this, I think. I know that's a little waste of time, but you know, sometimes stuff like this happens. I'm gonna have to read about what the hell all lazy cell is, and maybe I can do a thing. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay, so we'll move onward and upward. Now I feel like I cheaped you guys out. I was gonna like Rice Cosmic, but apparently it's not working. I'm trying to think of what other things I need right now before the future endeavors. The future endeavors, actually I'll just talk about this for the end of the video. We'll make this the end of the video. It'll be fine. My future endeavors for this machine is definitely going to get DWM set up. We're going to get i3 set up. And we're going to get BSPWM set up. And the reason why I'm setting up all these desktops and stuff like that is I want to be able to have a little variety. I'm not always on this machine. Like, normally this machine has a Windows like, because I do a SSD swap, right? So I'd be running Windows just to play Rust, right? It's my gaming rig. And I do nothing else but watch YouTube and play Rust on Windows. That's it. I don't do none of my... I just don't trust it. I don't do nothing on it aside from those two things. So yeah, there's that. So I don't mind it if I have a bunch of desktops installed on here, because every time I jump on, I could just, and I can start working on a config. Oh, I should probably install Awesome as well. We're just going to have a bunch of tilers on here, and I basically have the only like full desktops that I want. We're gonna fix Cosmic, and that I'll tell you guys what the solution was in the future. Yep. So that'll be the end of the video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. I am out of here, big dogs.